right, which equation is equivalent to 5x minus 8y equals 40 when solved for y? All right, there's two ways to do this problem. Number one, just solve for y, which is a skill that you need to know if you're going to, take this class. So for Algebra 1. So one thing you can do is just flat out do this. And let's bring this guy down here. And it's going to draw and just change the color. And we're going to just solve for y for this bad boy right here. So usually the move is we minus 5x on both sides. And I get negative 8y equals 2. Notice that it's an mx plus b form, so negative 5x. That's a 40, so you put plus 40. This is negative, all right? So everything over here will switch signs. So this minus here will become a plus. So I know it's not the first two. So I'm going to switch the sign, switch the sign, switch the sign. This flips also if you're using tiles to learn how to solve for a letter. You can know that this is going to flip. You flip, 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 flip. Everything flips. I already know that if there's a minus over here, the answer has to be D. But let's go ahead and divide everything by 8. So y equals 5/8 x minus 5. And there it is. Check. You're done. Now another way to do this is to make x equal to 2. It's called plug in a number. And then y equals to 3. Actually, no, it won't work that way, will it? Because then this has to give me that 40. Let's see. That won't work. Plug in a number won't work in this one then. You just have to solve for y. It's the main thing. I'm trying to think what else we can do. I have an idea. So we know the answer is D, so let's see what we're going to do. Just to verify, because I want to verify with the calculator. To make sure we got the right answer. So we said D was our answer, right? So let's come out here. Let's put here. And if it lets me, okay, it gets moody. Remember, this guy for some reason starts to follow. Y, here we go. Y equals 5/8. X minus 5. Let's make a table out of that. And let's look at any value. Let's try a 2. It's not worth doing this table. Let's try over here 2. And it's that negative 3.75. Okay, let's look if we have prettier numbers. Let's try a 3. Let's try a 4. A 5. A 6. A 7. You know, what's he doing, right? 8. 8, 0. Those numbers work really nice. Let's keep going. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Okay, nope. 15. 16. So when x is 16, y is 5. I wonder what's going to happen if I plug that in over here. 5 times 16. 5. Find this video again. 5 times 16. And what was it? Minus 8y. Minus 8 times 5. And get that 40. So I knew what happens when we get those pretty coordinates. I'm going to be getting that 40 value over here, right? These are the numbers that you plug in for x and y to get your 40. And I did, right? So I made x is 16, sorry, and y is 5 because of the original equation. Where is that original equation? It's over here somewhere. Let's go and get rid of this guy right there, right? So 5 times 16, 8 times 5, I should get 40. Those are coordinates that work for this guy. I should be able to plug in and always get that 40. So I myself was wondering, what am I really doing here? All I know is that anything I plug in for x, anything I plug in for y, when I plug into the original equation, I should get 40. So anything I plug in, I can make up whatever x I make up here and I get that y, I plug in here again, I will get that 40 solution because they're equal, get it? So that's one way to check, see if you get the right answer. Because if I would do the same thing for these guys, I would not get that 40. And that's it. All right, so I'm just checking my answer, make sure it's the correct answer. But you got to know how to solve for y. in order to ace this test. But that's one way to check it. Easy stuff.